Hey guys, welcome to our kitchen.
I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Leslie. We're cultural revivalists, and we are bringing back the cultures of traditional cultures. What we mean by that is we want to get people fermenting at home instead of buying things from the store or not getting their probiotics at all.
We want you to get your hands dirty in the kitchen. That's the point. Get your hands involved, get your own germs in your ferments, and see what you can come up with. So one of the things that comes up for people a lot is tools. They think that they need special equipment, special tools, and all this fancy stuff to be able to ferment. But that's really not the case. Just some basic mason jars is all you really need. And you could probably do it without that. Although I recommend starting with some mason jars. There are some other really fun tools available, such as weights and fermentation tops that will help, but they're not strictly necessary.
Most of the time, if you're going to ferment vegetables, you don't need anything to get started except for your vegetable, your jar, and some good quality salt.
Such as sauerkraut.
Vegetables have bacteria on them that the fermentation process needs to get started, so no starter culture necessary.
Yeah, what you're starting with for most of those lactoferments is just the yeast and bacteria in the air and in your environment and on the plants themselves.
Some kinds of ferments that you may have heard of do require a starter culture. Some of those can be just as easy to make, but you can't start them without a starter culture. So kombucha, sourdough, kefir or kefir, however you like to pronounce it, those kinds of ferments need a culture to start.
One of the other important things is the ingredients that you're using. So we mentioned good quality sea salt. Salt is a key in almost all of the ferments because it keeps it from molding before the good bacteria, the ideal, the ones that you want, show up and take over. But you don't want anything that has additives or other stuff. You want a good unrefined sea salt or a good pink Himalayan salt, like you've seen with us. And anything that has an anti-caking agent in it is going to make them slimy. So just stay away from them. The better quality ingredients, the better your results are going to be.
But Lindsay, can I use my tap water?
Oh no! So tap water can work, depending on where you are. Right now, we're at a beautiful organic farm in Virginia Beach, and we have well water that's phenomenal. So yes, you can absolutely use that. But if you have city water with fluoride and chlorine and all the other things that usually city water has, you're going to want to filter it. So it can be as simple as the fridge filter if you have one, or one of the pitcher guys, or you could get as crazy as one of the big standing filters or any of the other gadgets that they have. The point is that you want the best quality ingredients going in that you can get. You want organic tea for your kombucha or organic cabbage for your sauerkraut. But the important part is to do the best you can with what you have. So if what you have access to is some grocery store brand tea and some sugar, it's still better to make the ferments than to not do it at all, just because your ingredients aren't what you want them to be. The fermentation process will actually make your ingredients better.
And you're getting the added benefits of the probiotics that you wouldn't be getting if you weren't making it at all. So do the best you can with what you've got.
The other great thing about fermentation is that it already makes them more digestible. So when you're talking about sourdough, for instance, it's going to break down whatever flour you do have and make it more easy to digest, more bioavailable for the nutrients that are in there. So even if all you have is grocery store flour, totally great. But if you grind your own, even better. Do the best you can with what you have.
That's basically all you need to get started. So check out our video series and get in the kitchen.